My beloved soul, listen carefully. There is something moving quietly around your life right now, something you cannot fully see yet, but you can feel it in your chest, in the way your thoughts keep returning to the same person, the same memories, the same questions. This is not random. Before tomorrow night, something about your family, something connected to your love, is asking for your attention, and it is not coming to disturb you, it is coming to awaken you. There is a shift happening behind the scenes, and it is deeply tied to your soulmate, to the one your heart has never truly released, even when you tried. You may have been distracted, busy, or even emotionally tired, but this message is reaching you now for a reason. Stay here with me, because what is about to unfold is not ordinary. It is deeply personal, and it is already beginning to touch your reality in ways you have not yet recognized. Do not scroll. This message carries something your heart has been waiting to understand. If this message speaks to your heart, comment, I receive this love, like this video, and subscribe for more.
There has been a quiet tension around your family energy, something subtle, something unspoken. It may not have been loud or dramatic, but you have felt it. A kind of emotional distance, a confusion, or even a shift in how things feel at home or within your inner circle. And what you do not yet fully realize is that this is connected to your love story. Yes, your soulmate is not separate from your family energy. They are tied into it in a way that only divine timing can explain. There is something that needs your awareness now, not fear, not panic, but attention. Because when you notice it, when you understand it, something begins to unlock. Your soulmate has been thinking about you more than you know. Not casually, not occasionally, but deeply, repeatedly, almost as if something is pulling their thoughts back to you again and again. They have tried to ignore it. They have tried to focus on other things, to move forward, to convince themselves that distance was the right choice. But something is changing inside them. Something is breaking through their silence. And as this happens, it begins to ripple outward, touching not only their life, but yours, and even the energy around your family. Stay with me, because something deeper is unfolding in your love story. There was a time when this connection felt clear, when emotions were strong, when everything between you and your soulmate felt alive and undeniable. But then something shifted. Maybe there was distance, misunderstanding, silence, or circumstances that pulled you apart. And in that separation, both of you changed. You grew, you struggled, you questioned. But your soulmate, they carried something heavier than you realize. They began to feel the absence of you in ways they did not expect. It showed up in quiet moments, in late nights, in the spaces where distraction could no longer hide the truth. And now, before tomorrow night, that truth is rising to the surface. There is something about your family, your environment, or even a conversation that is about to bring clarity. It may seem small at first, it may not look like a big event, but it will carry meaning, it will connect dots, it will make you pause and think, why does this feel so significant? And that is because it is aligned with what is happening in your soulmate's heart at the exact same time. They are beginning to realize something they avoided before. Do not leave yet, your soulmate's truth is being revealed. They regret something, not in a loud, dramatic way, but in a quiet, heavy way that sits with them. They think about moments they could have handled differently, words they should have said, feelings they should not have hidden, and the more they reflect, the more they feel pulled back toward you. This is not confusion. This is awakening. This is the beginning of emotional honesty within them. And as they go through this, you are being guided to pay attention to your own space, your own family energy, your own surroundings, because everything is aligning. God is not just working on them, He is preparing you too. He is bringing awareness into your life so that when the moment comes, you will not be confused, You will not be unprepared. You will recognize it. You may have noticed signs already, small things, repeated thoughts, dreams, a sudden feeling of missing them without any clear reason. These are not coincidences. These are signals. These are the ways your soul and their soul are still connected, still communicating beyond words. The Bible says in Song of Solomon 3:24, "I have found the one whom my soul loves." And this is not just poetry, this is truth. When your soul recognizes someone, it does not forget, even in silence, even in distance, even in confusion. Stay with me, because everything is starting to come together. There is a moment approaching, and it is closer than you think. Your soulmate is standing at the edge of a decision. They may not even fully realize it yet, but they are moving toward it. Something inside them is saying, "I cannot keep pretending this does not matter." And as that feeling grows stronger, it will push them toward action. But before that happens, you are being asked to look at something within your family or your immediate environment. There may be a pattern, a conversation, or even an emotional realization that will shift how you see things. It will help you understand your own role in this connection. It will bring clarity, not confusion. If you stay, everything about this connection will soon make sense. Your soulmate feels your energy, even now, even in silence. There are moments when they pause, when something reminds them of you, and they feel it, a warmth, a pull, a presence that they cannot explain. And instead of running from it like before, they are starting to sit with it. They are starting to ask themselves, why does this still feel so real? Because it is real. Because this connection was never random. Because God placed this love in your life with purpose. There was a reason for the separation. There was a reason for the silence. It was not to end the story. It was to transform both of you. To strip away fear. To reveal truth. To prepare both hearts for something deeper, something stronger, something that can actually last. And now, that preparation is reaching a turning point. Do not scroll away, this is where everything begins to shift. Before tomorrow night, something will catch your attention. It may be subtle, it may be emotional, but it will matter. And when it happens, you will feel it, a quiet knowing, a sense that something is changing, something is aligning. Trust that feeling. Do not ignore it, because it is part of the path that is leading your soulmate back toward you. They are closer than you think. They are softer than before. They are no longer running the way they used to. And the truth they once avoided is now becoming impossible for them to ignore. Stay here, because what comes next will bring even deeper clarity into your heart and your love story. And as this truth continues to rise inside them, something even deeper begins to unfold within you. You may not have noticed it clearly before, but your heart has been preparing. There have been moments where you felt unusually emotional, moments where memories came back stronger than expected, moments where you questioned why this connection still holds so much power over you. This is not weakness. This is alignment. This is your soul recognizing that something important is shifting, not just in them, but in you as well. Because before tomorrow night, the awareness you receive will not only show you something about your family or your surroundings, it will reveal something about your own heart, something you may have hidden from yourself, a truth about how deeply you still care, a truth about how much this connection still matters to you. And when you face that truth without fear, without denial, you will feel a kind of peace begin to form, a quiet strength that says, I understand now. Stay with me, because this is where your emotional clarity begins to open. Your soulmate has been going through their own storm. On the outside, they may appear normal, busy, distracted, but inside, something has been breaking open. They have been revisiting memories, not just the happy ones, but also the painful ones. The moments where things went wrong, the silence that followed, the distance that grew between you. And with each memory, they are starting to see it differently. They are starting to understand what they did not understand before. They are realizing how much you meant to them. Do not leave yet. Your soulmate's heart is opening in ways you have been waiting for. There is a quiet regret forming within them. Not loud, not dramatic, but deep. The kind of regret that sits in the chest and does not go away easily. They are thinking about the times they could have reached out but didn't, the times they held back instead of being honest, the moments they chose fear over love, and now those choices are becoming clear to them. And as this realization grows, it is pushing them towards something they cannot avoid much longer. They are starting to feel the need to reconnect. They may not know exactly how yet, they may still hesitate, but the feeling is there, stronger than before, more persistent than before, and it is being guided by something greater than both of you. Stay with me, something deeper is aligning between your hearts. At the same time, your environment is shifting in subtle ways. There may be conversations happening around you that suddenly feel meaningful. Words from someone in your family that stay with you longer than expected. Even a small situation that seems ordinary on the surface but carries a deeper emotional impact. These are not coincidences. These are reflections. They are mirroring the inner shift happening within you and your soulmate. God is using your surroundings to prepare your awareness. You are being shown what needs healing, what needs understanding, what needs your attention before this next phase begins. Because when your soulmate comes forward, when communication begins again, it will not be the same as before. It will carry a different energy, a more honest energy, a more mature energy. And you are being prepared to receive that. If you stay, the meaning behind everything you are experiencing will soon become clear. There was a time when this connection felt uncertain, when you questioned whether it was real, whether it was meant to last, whether it was worth holding on to. But now, something inside you is becoming steadier. You may not have all the answers yet, but you feel something shifting. A quiet confidence, a sense that this story is not over. And you are right, because your soulmate is no longer in the same place they were before. They are changing, slowly but deeply. The walls they built are beginning to weaken. The fear that held them back is losing its power, and in its place something stronger is growing. Love. Not the kind that is uncertain or confused, but the kind that knows, the kind that recognizes, the kind that cannot easily be ignored anymore. Do not scroll away, because this is where their truth becomes undeniable. They have been feeling your absence more strongly lately. Not just missing you, but feeling the impact of you not being there, the space you left behind, the silence where your presence used to be. And this feeling has been teaching them something important. It has shown them what you truly meant in their life. And once that realization becomes clear, it changes everything. Stay here, because your soulmate is moving closer to a breakthrough. You may also begin to notice signs that feel too specific to ignore. A name appearing unexpectedly, a song that reminds you of them playing at the right moment, a dream that feels more real than usual. These are not random events. These are confirmations. These are gentle reminders that this connection is still alive, still active, still guided. God is not silent in this process. He is working in ways you cannot fully see yet, but you can feel. The Bible says in Ecclesiastes 3:11, He has made everything beautiful in its time. And this is what is unfolding now. Timing, not delayed, not denied, just prepared. And now, that preparation is reaching a moment where things begin to move. Do not leave yet. Something powerful is about to unfold between you. Your soulmate is beginning to feel the urgency. Not panic, not pressure, but a deep inner push that says, I need to do something. They may try to ignore it at first. They may hesitate. But the feeling will not leave them. It will stay. It will grow. It will guide them. And as that happens, you are being asked to stay open, to stay aware. To not close your heart out of past pain, because what is coming is not the same as what was before. It carries growth. It carries understanding. It carries truth. And you are ready for it, even if you do not fully realize it yet. Stay with me, because the next part will reveal what happens as this connection moves from silence into action. And as this silent pressure inside your soulmate grows stronger, something begins to shift from emotion into intention. What once stayed buried in their heart is now moving toward action, slowly but undeniably. They may still appear quiet on the outside, they may still hesitate, but inside, they are no longer at peace with staying distant. There is a restlessness building within them, a feeling that something unfinished is calling them back, and that something is you. This is not confusion anymore. This is clarity forming. This is the moment where their heart begins to align with truth instead of fear, and as that happens, the connection between you both starts to activate in a new way. At the same time, you may feel a shift in your own energy that is difficult to explain. A calmness mixed with anticipation. A sense that something is about to happen, even if you cannot see exactly what it is yet. This is your spirit recognizing the movement before your mind fully understands it. You are not imagining this. You are not overthinking. You are feeling the early signs of alignment. Before tomorrow night, this awareness will deepen, and something in your environment will confirm it in a way that feels personal, almost as if it was placed directly in your path for you to notice. Stay with me, because your love story is entering a moment that will change how you see everything. There is something about your family or your close surroundings that is quietly preparing you. It could be a conversation that opens your eyes, a moment of emotional clarity, or even observing a situation that mirrors your own journey. You will begin to see patterns. You will begin to understand why certain things happened the way they did. And more importantly, you will begin to release something that has been weighing on your heart. Not all at once, but enough to make space for what is coming next. Your soulmate is also going through a release. They are letting go of old fears, old beliefs, and even old versions of themselves that could not fully love you the way you deserved. This is not easy for them. It is uncomfortable. It requires them to face truths they once avoided, but they are doing it, slowly, step by step. They are becoming someone who is capable of returning to you with honesty. Do not leave yet. Your soulmate is preparing to cross the distance that once separated you. There is a moment approaching where they will no longer be able to hold back what they feel. It may come as a message, a call, or an unexpected attempt to reconnect. It may not happen exactly the way you expect, but it will carry a sincerity that feels different from before. You will feel it immediately. You will sense that something has changed in them. And that is because it has. But before that moment arrives, you are being guided to ground yourself, to stay emotionally balanced, to not let fear or doubt take over when signs begin to appear. Because the enemy of this connection was never the distance. It was fear, misunderstanding, and timing. And now those barriers are being removed one by one. Stay here, because everything that once felt uncertain is now moving toward clarity. Your soulmate has been feeling your energy, even in your silence. There were times they tried to distract themselves, to move on, to focus on other things, but something kept pulling them back to you. A memory, a feeling, a sense that what you shared was not ordinary. And now they are no longer running from that feeling. They are turning toward it. They are asking themselves questions they avoided before. What if I let something real go? What if I was wrong? What if this person is truly meant for me? And as these questions settle in their heart, the answers begin to become clear. They are beginning to understand that you were not just someone who passed through their life. You were someone who changed them, someone who revealed something deeper within them, someone who cannot easily be replaced or forgotten. If you stay, the truth behind this connection will reveal itself fully. And as this realization deepens within them, it creates a shift in their behavior. Even if you cannot see it yet, they are becoming more aware, more reflective, more open, and this openness is what will eventually lead them back to you. Not out of loneliness, not out of confusion, but out of genuine understanding. Before tomorrow night, something will happen that connects all of this for you. It may be subtle, but it will feel significant. It will make you pause. It will make you reflect. And in that moment, you will feel a sense of knowing that something is changing, not just within you, but within your connection. Do not scroll away, because this is where the turning point begins. You are being guided to trust this process, to not rush it, to not force anything. Because what is unfolding is not meant to be rushed. It is meant to be understood, to be felt, to be aligned. And as you allow yourself to stay present, to stay open, you will begin to see how everything is connecting. Your soulmate is moving closer, not just physically, but emotionally. They are stepping out of the confusion that once held them back. They are stepping into clarity. And when they reach that point fully, they will not hesitate the way they did before. They will act. They will reach out. They will speak. And when that moment comes, you will feel it in your heart before it even fully happens. Stay with me, because the next part will reveal how this connection transforms from realization into reunion, and what it means for your future together. And as this movement inside them reaches its peak, something begins to shift, not just in intention, but in action. The silence that once felt endless is now breaking from within. Your soulmate is no longer able to sit with their feelings without doing something about them. The weight of everything they have been holding back, every emotion, every memory, every realization, is pushing them forward. This is the moment where thought turns into movement, where hesitation begins to fall away, and where the truth they tried to avoid becomes something they are ready to face. At the same time, your heart is being prepared to receive this shift with clarity instead of confusion. You are no longer in the same emotional space you once were. You have grown. You have healed in ways you may not have even fully acknowledged. And now, as this connection begins to come back into alignment, you are stronger, more aware, and more grounded than before. This is why everything had to unfold the way it did. Not to break you, but to build you into someone who can handle the depth of what this love truly is. Stay with me, because this is where everything changes. Before tomorrow night completes its cycle, there will be a moment that feels different. It may be quiet, it may be unexpected, but it will carry a shift you cannot ignore. It could be something said around you, something you feel deeply, or even a sudden sense of peace that replaces confusion. And in that moment, you will realize that something has aligned, that something has moved, that something is no longer stuck the way it used to be. Your soulmate is stepping into that same moment from their side. They are letting go of the last pieces of resistance. The fear of rejection, the fear of vulnerability, the fear of what could go wrong. These fears have held them back for so long, but they are losing their power now, because the truth has become stronger than the fear. The connection has become louder than the doubt, and the love they feel has become something they can no longer deny. Do not leave yet, because this is where their heart fully opens. They are beginning to accept what this connection truly is. Not temporary, not random, not something that can be replaced, but something real, something rare, something that carries meaning beyond logic. And as they accept this, they begin to understand their role in it. They begin to see how they must show up differently, how they must be honest, how they must take a step toward you instead of away from you. And this is where the energy between you begins to transform. What once felt distant now feels closer. What once felt uncertain now feels guided. What once felt silent now begins to carry communication. Stay here, because your reunion energy is building. You may feel it as a sudden calm, a release of tension you didn't even realize you were holding. A quiet knowing that something is about to happen. This is not imagination. This is alignment settling into your spirit. This is your soul recognizing that the path ahead is opening. Your soulmate is reaching that same understanding. They are no longer running. They are no longer hiding. They are no longer pretending that this connection does not matter. They are turning toward you. If you stay, you will understand why everything had to happen this way. Every delay, every silence, every emotional moment that felt confusing. It was all part of a larger preparation. A preparation that shaped both of you into who you needed to become to meet each other again in truth, without the old fears, without the old misunderstandings, with clarity, with honesty, with intention. And now that preparation is complete. This is where love becomes real again. This is where connection becomes action. This is where two hearts that were once separated begin to move back toward each other, not by chance, but by divine design. Your soulmate is closer than you think. Their heart is open, their mind is clear, their intentions are shifting toward you, and the moment they reach out, it will not feel forced. It will feel natural. It will feel right. It will feel like something that was always meant to happen. Stay with this feeling, because it is guiding you toward peace. You do not need to chase. You do not need to force. You do not need to question your worth. Everything that is meant for you is already moving toward you. And this love, this connection, this story, it is not ending, it is beginning again, but this time with understanding, with growth, with truth that cannot be shaken. Let your heart rest in that knowing. Let your mind release the need to control what comes next. Let your spirit trust what is already in motion. Because what is happening now is not something you need to create. It is something you need to receive. And as you allow yourself to receive it, you will feel a peace that confirms everything you have been sensing. A peace that tells you that you are not alone in this connection. A peace that tells you that your soulmate is moving toward you just as you are being guided toward them. A peace that reminds you that divine timing is never wrong. And this is your confirmation, it is already on its way. Rest in faith, it is done.